Hey everyone, what's going on? Chris Marlow with Help One Now. Super excited to start this new project that we're working on. And each month I'll be kind of sharing with you via our YouTube channel the best books that I'm reading. I know we've always heard that readers are leaders, but actually it's one thing that is really true. And one of my passions is to encourage you to read a lot. And summertime is this really cool time of year where we have a little more space, we're taking a little more time off, we're hanging out at the beach, we're hiking in the mountains. Maybe we have some extra space to read. And so let me tell you my rhythms. Each morning I get up anywhere between 6 and 6:30. I drink 2 cups of coffee, and basically what I do is read some scripture, and then I read a chapter of a book, and then I do a little time journaling. I try to read a lot of things that I'm not really familiar with or I don't always agree with. In other words, I'm not just reading stuff that I already know. That's kind of a waste of time. So you want to read things that are actually helping you grow and will challenge your thinking. And so today we're going to talk about 5 books. I put them on Instagram a couple days ago, and I had a lot of people reach out to me and ask different questions about each book. The first book is called Peak Performance. I was hanging out at a local running store here called Runology, and I saw the book, and I asked my friend Britt, I go, hey, is that a cool book? He said it was, so I ordered it. Not on Runology, but on Amazon. I'm sorry, man, I know, but I'm that guy. That is the F850. No, just kidding. I don't really know anything about trucks, but that is a loud truck. Anyhow, Peak Performance. It's really a book that has a lot of practical information about how to achieve the highest level of performance in your life. I think there are 4 keys, 4 indicators of performance. The first one is spiritual, and of course physical, and emotional, and intellectual. This book kind of hammers on all 4 of those principles, and so it will help you potentially live a more optimized life in all of those categories. It's a really well-balanced book and a really simple, quick read. The second book is High Performance Habits. This is kind of like Peak Performance, but imagine a lot more complicated, right? And so one of the downfalls of that book is there's actually so much information and meat, it could be a little overwhelming. So one of the things I did, that's a bus. Sorry, we're in the city, we're having fun, we're enjoying life. High Performance Habits is a really good book, but I would encourage you to read chunks at a time and put that wisdom into practice. Brendan, the author, literally lays out so many different opportunities, and he gives us so much wisdom, and I was getting a little overwhelmed by that, to be quite frank. So I begin to read chunks at a time, apply those chunks, and try to put it into my daily habits. The third book, and I love this book, Swoo Dog by Phil Knight. Phil Knight is the founder of Nike, and if you've ever started an organization or you're trying to grow an organization, literally being able to follow Phil Knight's journey from being a runner to trying to solve a problem of innovating. There's always another dream to chase. There's always another problem to solve. And Phil Knight, the book is written fabulously, and it's a fascinating read. So those are 3 books that are kind of organizational leadership based. The next 2 books are literally 2 of the best story books you will ever find. Most of you are probably familiar with Alchemist. If you are, you know this is a book that every human should read in the world, right? Story of a boy chasing meaning and purpose. It's really a gift to humanity. It's one of those books that you should probably read every other year or so. It kind of reminds you, is that a word? I hope so. It kind of reminds you that it's easy to, 1, drift from your purpose, and 2, at the end of the day, we're all looking for meaning and purpose and trying to figure out how to live the best life here on earth. The 5th and final book is an all-time classic. It's really a phenomenal book, East of Eden. Whenever you read John Steinbeck, you'll never want to write another book because he's so good. This is not a book you read through very quickly. It's a book that has layers to it. It makes you think about life and redemption and brokenness and pain, and it's just to me, it's a perfect book, again, like The Alchemist, to read every 2 or 3 years. So those are the 5 books that I would recommend reading. And of course, I have 1 bonus book. What's the bonus book? Of course, the bonus book's Doing Good is Simple. If you're an author, tell people about the book that you wrote because you believe in the content, and that content matters. And I think Doing Good is Simple is just a powerful book that is a story of Help One Now. It's a story of everyday normal people making a huge impact, and it gives you some real practical ways that you can make an impact. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful, and we'll be back next month with another 4 or 5 books that we're reading in June to kind of share with you in July. Thanks, y'all.